Have you seen a succulent plant that looks like a pinwheel? Introducing Aeonium Sunburst, also known as copper pinwheel. It has variegated leaves. The green is in the middle, yellow on the side, and the edges are pink. When in full sun, the yellow color is more significant and the pink edges get darker. Even in partial shade, the leaves remain colorful, but the green color is more pronounced. If you love variegated succulents that can be paired well and enhance the beauty of your other green succulents, you should definitely get Aeonium Sunburst. The rosette is large and can grow up to 24 inches wide. You have to keep in mind that Aeoniums have delicate leaves. They can easily bruise when handled, so they are not suitable for projects that need frequent handling. This plant loves the sun, but be very careful when exposing to full sun for the first time because just like other succulents, it needs time to adjust or else it will get a sunburn. If in case their leaves get damaged, do not worry. The plant will outgrow it and the new sprouts will be more resilient once fully adjusted to their new location. Aeoniums propagate by producing offsets, so you can plant this from cuttings. But growing this from leaves is very challenging. For fleshy succulents such as this Cryptosedum, growing babies from leaves is a piece of cake. A leaf would fall off and a new baby will sprout in just a few weeks. Not so with the Aeoniums. Their leaves are thin and cannot sustain a new life. When Aeoniums produce flowers, they are massive and gorgeous. The only downside is that they are monocarpic, meaning that the plant will die after blooming. But before that happens, you'll see a lot of offsets that can continue growing. But they're not really grown for their flowers. They are mostly grown because of their beautiful foliage that already looks like a flower. Before I forget, my name is Teresa Ebro and you're watching Chopstick and Succulents YouTube channel. Now I'm going to show you my favorite Aeonium Sunburst. But it's a little bit different because it's crested. Crested succulents have weird looking stems. They are somewhat flat instead of round. Also, the stems are smaller at the base and grow wider on top like a fan. Sometimes it would grow normal offsets like this. Sometimes a mixture of normal growth and crested. But most of the time, the offsets are crested. This area receives mostly morning sun, but protected from strong noontime and early afternoon sun. So most of the succulents growing here are green. Now, not a lot of stores sell crested succulents. I got mine from a local family-owned nursery I visited 2 years ago. The plants were somehow neglected in one corner. Maybe the owner did not see the beauty of these crested plants, so I got this at a very cheap price. I took it home and I made a mistake of exposing the plant to the full sun without acclimatizing, and I also did not give it enough water. Because the leaves are thinner and it was summer, most of the leaves got toasted. Luckily, I was able to catch the problem before it even got worse. So, I watered it well and allowed it to rest in a bright but cooler location. Removing the dry leaves is a lot of work, so I simply let the plant recover and grow new sprouts, and the dried leaves started falling off by itself. Now this is how the plant looks like, healthy and happy. This is a perfect example of how resilient succulents are when it comes to drought. They may look dead, but will come to life again when conditions are favorable. It is by giving them too much water that causes a lot of these irreversible damages and frustrations. So if there's anything you really need to understand about succulents, it is their uniqueness and the special way they handle water. I hope you enjoyed watching this tutorial, and if you learned something from this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. And if you want to learn more about growing succulents, I have the links in the description below. Bye!